Well, good morning, everybody. It's an honor to be here amongst all this prestige business. I feel like an infant in the room here. We've only been in business for about 13 years, but we've made some pretty good strides since then. So, like Dan said, we won the Inc. 5000, and when I heard that, I thought, that's miraculous, that's great. We're probably 4,999 or 4,999. But we ended up being 1,354th on the list, so I thought that was pretty impressive. Okay, so our mission, I wanted to start out with what Connoils' mission is. And Connoils listens, learns, and educates to improve the health and vitality of people's lives. So the key words in there are listen, learn, and educate. So essentially, if it's your customer or if it's your employee, you want to listen to what's going on. You want to understand what your customers' needs are, and if those match the synergies and the capabilities in your organization. And then with those capabilities, do you have the right people that are going to be able to create those synergies with those customers? So we also listen to the employees and what's working for them, what's not working for them, and try to make adjustments the best that we can. And then learning, we're always trying to learn, whether we're attending, programs like this or being members of Vistage, roundtable groups. If we see employees struggling in some of their positions, we always reach out to organizations like MRA and try to get our employees on track and improve their ability to drive the team and get the job done. And then educate. We educate our customers on what we can do. Connoils is a bit of a difficult organization to understand. We take nutritional oils and we turn them into oil powders. We can load them 90% with oil and make it a free-flowing powder that goes into a beverage drink mix. And when you tell people that, you get this like blank deer in the headlights kind of stare, and they don't understand what we're talking about. Recently, we just built a brand new facility, and we had our open house on Thursday. And when the people came through, they were very impressed and finally got a better understanding of what it is we do through the tours that we gave. So it was a good education for them. So we're always trying to improve the health of people's lives. We work within the health and beauty nutrition, sports dietary supplement, food, pet food. And we're always looking for ways to improve the ingredients in those arenas, so improving the vitality of people's lives. One of the things that I decided early on in my career is that I needed to surround myself with people that are smarter than me. If you have that ego issue going in, it's going to be difficult for you. It's going to be difficult to let things go and let people in your organization make some decisions. So you want to make sure that you're surrounding yourself with people that are smarter than you, that can bring added benefits to your organization. I have to admit, in the beginning of my career, I didn't always follow that. It was like, we're busy, we need a living, breathing body, we need to just fill somebody in here, and maybe put people in positions where they weren't quite qualified for that. But that brings a lot of challenges and stress along the way, because eventually they may not be keeping pace with the growth of your organization, and you may have to put them in a different position, or worse yet, you may even need to let them go. So I want to advise hiring slow and firing fast. It's a tough thing to do, especially when you feel panicked and you feel like you need to have bodies in place to get the job done. But in the long run, you're going to be less efficient if you don't put the right people in the right spots. And as we grow, we've had just incredible growth. So there's so many things changing in our organization that we may think we have the right people in the right place at that time. But as we continue to excel, you're always having to analyze and evaluate if those people are still the right people in those jobs. And you have to do the assessment. And if they're not the right people in those positions, sit down, talk it out, figure out what their next best opportunity is in your organization, change things around. We're currently going through that right now. We have a great staff. I'm so impressed with the people that work for Connoils. I totally could not do it without them. They really are the leaders in the group. But we're looking at making changes in how we can better move people into different positions. We've invested in huge amounts of technology this year, and people are learning. We're, governed by the FDA and the USDA, so there's a lot of regulatory compliances that we have to go through. And essentially what got Connoils where it is today isn't going to take us to the next level working the same way. We need to find new ideas, higher accomplishments in order to get where we need to be. So we'll be hiring several people to fill roles that are opening up as we continue to grow. My leadership style is really hands-off and listen, maybe almost to a default. I like to let my team run with their responsibilities. So I learned recently from my tech leader from Vistage, RAA, R-A-A, which stands for Responsibilities, Accountabilities, and Authorities. So right now, we're working on adjusting those positions with our employees, and I think the biggest problem that we have today is that our employees really don't know where their authority starts and where it ends. So we're going to be sitting down with each individual, looking at the job descriptions that have been created, and then helping them fill in the blanks or maybe changing things up, taking a few things away, modifying it, so that they feel they have the right goals, the right responsibilities, and they know when they can make decisions. So my leadership style being hands-off and listening, like the gentleman said before, I lead by faith, and God created us with 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we really need to do more listening than talking. I believe in 3 heads are better than 1. I don't know everything. You people all learned. I'm learning from you, and I think it's fantastic to be a part of all these organizations because it's really teaching me a lot. But the biggest thing that I do is let my employees do their jobs. And if there's problems, then they'll come to me. If I feel there's problems that need to be addressed, then I go to them. So it's a constant talking things out and making sure that people are on the same page. And again, you want to make sure that your positions are well defined so that everybody knows exactly what they have to do in the organization to help move you forward. Thank you.